How's it going, guys? Welcome back to Trash Trades.
You forget the name? I'm just joking. Go on.
Okay. Honestly, I'll fucking beat the shit out of this guy. Anyway, welcome back to Trash Trades. I'm Luca. This is VJ.
How you doing?
The jokester over here. And let's start off this episode before we get too in deep with the trades. VJ, tell us about your day. Not your trading, just your day.
I had a good day. I would say my day started off yesterday on a Saturday. I took one trade. I was anticipating a gap fill at some point on NQ. Got a little 47-point banger. Went fast after it swept some liquidity and inverted a fair value gap. So when it came back to it, I was like, yeah, this is pretty low risk. I think the stop was like less than 7 points or maybe 7 points. And it hit like 47.5. And that was the gap fill. And I was out like within minutes. And like, because I notified some people about it, some of the people like saved money. They're like, oh, thanks, because they were long. And then, not that they're wrong to be long, but you know, I was going to do that first.
Gotcha.
And then today had some good trades. Took a couple semi-calculated losers. Sort of knew that they were early. And so I was like, yeah, I'll take these trades on like, my little side account, like nothing major. That's what this is for. Like either it's going to be a huge payday or a small stop. And it's sort of unlikely. It's like trying to call the top, which you shouldn't really do. And I did that and I took like 2 little losses. Not a big deal. But then I look at the account, like my main account, and I'm like, that's down a little bit. And then I look and I'm like, oh, the more, like, I wouldn't say gambly, but like, it's a little bit down, so I'll take a little bit of drawdown on it if I can get like huge RR, And it was the same. And I was like, oh, check the history. I took the trade on the wrong account. So while I traded great, I still made a huge mistake.
Nice.
And yeah, lost like a nice 150 was. Why you say nice? You like that, huh? Oh my god!
I was gonna say no surprise there, but I didn't want to seem too disrespectful, so just went with that.
Oh, dude! And by the way, you're absolutely gonna. I had an OBS up on my screen. You're gonna absolutely have to use your screen.
Oh my god! Okay. Anyway, how about this? All right, it's my chart now. BJ, share your screen, and we'll go straight into this.
Order filled.
Well, how was your trading?
Yeah, my trading was pretty shitty, obviously.
Yeah, I'm sure you have some good examples.
Yeah,
I know. We have a little. We have a little chat prepared. That's how good of your example is. Like afterwards, so
yeah. No, it's I'm learning. I'm getting better.
We're all learning, bro. We're all learning.
Yeah, absolutely.
Especially if anyone's watching this shit. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're all learning. So, all right. Am I going through my shit or what?
Yeah. Share your screen. We'll do your trade for it first.
All right. Here's some absolute ass.
Awesome.
This is 2 planets. This is about to be 2 planets of a trade. Stop loss and absolutely no rhyme or reason for the trade at all. Stop loss here.
BJ,
absolutely no perfect times. I'm absolutely sure. Oh, you need to see it. That's right.
Yeah.
My bad.
Didn't want to interrupt, but you're.
No. I'm just absolutely losing my fucking mind. Dude.
Yeah. Typical.
Just so disgusted at this. Typical. Right. Can you see?
I can see. Go for it.
All right. Oh shit.
What?
I think I forgot to scroll in on the screen on OBS. This might be all sorts of shitty.
It is.
Should I check it?
Yeah.
Fuck.
No, you know what? It is. Actually, fuck.
No. We can use your screen.
Okay.
We can use your screen for right now. Let me take a look. I think we're okay. Based on what I see,
listen,
we're okay.
Let me know when we're gonna fucking switch to your screen, because it better be.
Yeah, we're okay. We're okay. It's still set on the way that it was for the last video.
This is the technical difficulties we have. Nearly every episode. There's always some shit we forgot. Like just before we started.
Well, you do think about how many episodes we've done.
Yeah, but there's always something new. Apart from one, I think.
Yeah, but I'm just saying it's episode 4. We'll get to this stride. We're all right. We're all right.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm fucking absolutely. I mean, this is like trash trades. This show is trash. On top of the trades, it's so bad. But I apologize. Here we are. So my trade's not going to take very long. I know I have like a whole setup here normally, but this is essentially, from what I remember, a FOMO trade. I'm trying to get fucking money essentially instead of overtrade. Like I think I might have missed out on shorts here. Maybe I wasn't here or something because this trade doesn't make sense. Or I'm just trying to, you know, give money to the market gods so that they can give me some gains later on because this shit doesn't make any sense to a certain extent.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's a BPR here, a 4-hour BPR, and relatively equal lows way over here. It's going to take forever to see. Honestly, you know what? Let's fucking just do it. And wait, what the fuck? Oh, yeah. The hell was that?
Take your time, BJ.
My bad. I'm sure of it. But look, there's a beautiful little BPR situation here. I mean,
Beautiful.
you could sort of take it from here or like the bodies from here. But you can see like, oh, okay, this might support price, right? And so I'm anticipating like maybe a bounce because, you know, the way that this broke from this BPR, it broke structure quite nicely, would you say? It tested these, but still
Yeah.
could be something powerful. Came back into here, order blocks within after this BPR, sort of supported by the price structure to pick us up. So
Yeah.
these lows are marked, you know. Here we are, trying to do some cool stuff, some of the coolest stuff. And I'm thinking, all right, cool. Have this mark thing. Like, there's also relatively equal lows, as you noted. So, swept
Yeah.
liquidity. I'm going to look for market structure shift to the upside. Normally, I play on the 5. But when it comes to these things, and I'm anticipating at least a little retracement or major retracement or an impulse, I'll be looking on the 1 for entries. And so here we go. And we already have my stuff marked. This is what we do. Oh, okay. Definitely a reaction, right? We had to say. Make this a little bit larger. Definitely has a reaction. We in there. We in there. Oh, okay.
Ugh.
Click. Oh. Sweep in. Sweep in. Long central. Longatith. Oh. Breaking highs. There's a fair value gap here. Should have got in here. Missed it. It's okay though. Got another fair value gap. I'm in there, baby.
Entry. Okay.
Sexy. Can't tell me it's sexy. We're about to invert this, huh? Almost did. Keyword being almost. And we green. And we red. And then we're more red. And we could be green. Okay, alright. We got stopped.
So what happened there?
So, let's just see here. It is lunch. Not really the best time to trade. And I thought this was the draw on liquidity, but it's not the strongest draw. There are certain major lows and stuff that are under there that it could draw towards. You want to see something significant. If you look at the 5, it doesn't look like anything more than a continuation downwards.
Yeah.
It's not a break of structure. So if I was playing the 5 like normal, it just looks like a fucking order block tag. Dude, what just happened? What's going on? You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Right
yeah,
there.
After this episode, remind me I gotta teach you how to use TradingView because you could be doing stuff more efficiently. Anyway, go ahead.
Dude, yeah, absolutely. I could probably use it, honestly. But, like, this is an easy continuation play.
Yeah.
Like lunch continuation. Like maybe I was anticipating lunch reversal. I don't know. I think I was just trying to call the bottom and just take these guys out. Like essentially, I was trying to beat you.
Okay.
There's great liquidity here, so it must be attacked. Watch it be attacked.
Oh, this was FOMC. I remember this.
I don't think we're getting anywhere. Like and that, all she wrote, that didn't okay, yeah, I hit my target sort of, but this is like seek and destroy pattern. It's a broadening formation. So essentially, it's like eat shit. Yeah, FOMC exactly. I think I ended up getting longs later, which sort of saved me somewhere. But what is this, man? I took longs here. You know who? You know
I don't
who I
know.
traded like? You know who I traded like? Buying longs at the top. You know.
Who? You
We
about to
can't
give a
just diss
shout
them.
out?
No, man. I'm saying you know who I am. Just acknowledge it.
Yeah.
He even says it. I always buy longs at the top, shorts at the bottom.
See, BJ, I'll tell you something. I dislike how your entries are a fair value gap. You don't know. It's not as accurate as like highs and lows. That it either can get tapped or completely filled. So it's hard for an entry because you're risk to reward. So if you zoom back, can you zoom back on that fair value gap and that fucking
For
BPR
one
you're
minute.
looking at?
Right here.
No, back on the can you remember you showed us last time? Yeah, that low. That low to me is a I don't know. It's too inaccurate for me. I dislike how there's a bit of a range where it can turn around and it's not really a price. So I
Well,
don't
yeah,
really understand that.
I didn't automatically buy here though. I waited for a break of structure on the 1 minute, anticipating a reversal. I wouldn't buy. I tend not to buy automatically in a higher time frame. Points to interest because of the same reason what you said. Like, okay, you buy at the edge, right, and then your stop goes to the low. That's 70 points. That's why you have to refine it. That's why I went into the one. That's why my stop was livable.
Yeah.
If you notice, actually, like it does technically hit the target. It's still, I wouldn't say it's a good trade, but it was just like not nearly as probable and trying to call the bottom too much on just that random thing. That's why it's like you want to see a reaction, but this being a 4 hour point of interest, like take a look at this. This is what that did.
No, I'm sure it's
This was essentially the low for 2 months. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
I think
So
the
the order flow
liquidity
definitely
from that
switched.
low, I think would be a little bit more of
Well, that's the
concrete
other thing.
evidence, you know.
That's the other thing. I'm like, sweep into this fair value gap. But we've done this multiple times with its user support.
Yeah.
At least get a bounce into here-ish. That's what I thought. And I was willing to take him on a smaller time frame thing, But yeah, I was thinking that we'd get at least a little reaction, but the reaction was so little.
Yeah.
I was in the reaction. That's where I was. So the
Exactly.
order flow was too strong, and I was just trying to call the bottom. You don't really want to do that. You're better
Absolutely.
off just like letting the stuff. Even those that play that I got in today, right? It yielded quite a few points, but technically it was a way late entry. But it was just ultra confirmed. It went through the range. It took out the highs. It kept breaking structure. It bounced out a whole range. And I was like, you know what? I think it's going to continue to this thing. And it's like, what did it give? Like 80 points?
Yeah, I think that
Something like
that
that. Just
trade I this is
is.
one of your shittiest ones. Honestly, there's no concrete evidence. There's no like
Yeah, it's
purity.
bad.
Yeah, very
No,
bad.
so yeah, I like the time of day is bad. What I was anticipating was bad. Why from that level? Why not? Like, it's good to have that level mark, but what else? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's pretty strong, but like
Yeah.
order flow will break through every. Doesn't matter how strong it was. So it's not concrete enough to.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, it's bad. Show
Yeah.
us your piece of shit, man. I
All right.
apologize, but also it's a good rendition to the show because
Oh, you're good.
these are the mistakes that I'm eliminating, by the way.
Yeah. I watch my mistake.
Because I'd
Um.
rather just like the trade that I just took, like or all the trades I took today, besides some of the little weird ones. It's like at least they have a crazy RR. It was a super tight stop, and I went like crazy light on those because I knew. And even then, I think I'm just going to eliminate those anyway. I mean, I'm going to eliminate those anyway. I just want to get it for sure trades and be that guy.
Yeah.
So I'm going to delete that shitty ass fucking level. Let's see your shit.
So this trade
Absolute
was
shit fucking trade.
FOMO.
What are
Entry
the?
made no sense. Obviously,
Okay,
entries
what
made
time
no
of day?
sense.
What time of day are we talking about here?
This was
What are we
morning.
trading?
This is SPY
What are,
or ES.
yeah, remember I can't see your full screen. We have technical difficulties over here, guys. You guys can see his screen. I
Of
actually
course.
can't during the show. I see
Um,
his screen better after the show.
yeah, but anyway, I was targeting these equal highs here as a price target for a
Wait.
continuation
Which
of.
ones?
They were after
Oh, that
hours.
whole line, that white
Yeah.
line. Got you.
So
Got you.
I
Got
had
you.
this PT in mind, and I entered off of the 5 minute. I kind of just wanted this kind of area for my entry, even though there wasn't anything behind my entry. That was one of the biggest flaws to this trade. Obviously,
Yeah, I
I
don't like
put a
it.
stop down to this low just for my risk to reward, quote unquote. But
I
the
don't like
ideal
it.
entry would be down here. I'll just explain what happened on the one
Yes.
minute, just so it's
No, exactly.
a
You're
little
100%.
quicker.
That's the 1 minute right there, isn't it?
Yeah,
The
exactly. So
trickster.
we
The
we
tricker.
start to reject, and I quickly get tagged in. I get tagged into the market. This was my idea of
What time
this
of day is it?
this entry. This was 11 a.m. New York
Oh my
time. So
god. So it's. Oh shit. Okay.
so anyway, I again the more ideal entry would be when we swept this low and this low of these two candlesticks without wicks. There,
Is
you
there
know,
is there a gap down there as well? For like
there
gap?
is a fair value gap.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of things which made me um,
Yeah, your stop should be your entry in this one if you're going to get it.
yeah, this is exactly what I'm gonna explain. Since I could have had my stop down here, all the way down here, but my risk reward was disgraceful, so I kept it here. FOMO'd in already, and
Oof.
as this trade tags me in, kind of goes in my direction. We start rejecting down, and
Oh my
it's
lord.
just a matter of time before this low
And oh
gets.
yeah, now you're feeling really good. You know, you want to know something crazy? That big white candle that
Yeah,
happened. That's essentially, from what I understand, it's the algo playing on your emotions because most people cannot cut after they see
yeah,
that. They become more
exactly.
married to their position after they see that because they're like, "Oh shit, I'm about to get it," and then
Yeah,
it goes against them when they might have gotten out right at the other candle. This one allows them to just get completely wrecked.
yeah. So literally,
Shit.
a better entry was exactly on my stop loss. For example, if we went on a higher time frame and I entered, as I said, on this fair value gap, and I
Oh no!
had
Don't tell me it hits.
this
It's gonna
entry
hit.
and this low, and then I still look for those equal highs, a
Oh
lot better risk
no!
to reward, 2.17. But
No, leave it. Let's see what happens.
not
Yeah,
only does
yeah.
it hit it, it also rejects from that stage later on. We continue down.
You bought in premium. That's
Um,
why.
yeah,
If you
exactly.
just
I
took the
literally
swing
could
leg,
have bought
yeah.
at this support line, this fair value gap, this
Patience,
618.
dude.
But
It's exactly right.
again, we're gonna talk about this how I've got trouble, especially in the last couple of days. Not in this trade, well, obviously in this trade in particular, but I have trouble waiting for the market for a good setup. Obviously, when as soon as I rush into the market with this trade, I get stopped out. all of my the thing about my trading is my PTs are never the problem. It's just my execution on my entries and my stop loss. I literally, this trade would have absolutely worked out if I just followed my own rules on paper, which is an entry on a 0.618 and a stop loss at a swing high. This would have been a much better play, but because I was keen on entering the market, I was so money motivated, I rushed in too quick, and we rejected from that area, that price target, and then we continued down even more. So honestly, this
Fuck.
trade is just it symbolizes how um if you want to put your money into a trade, you have to be confident that when you're entering your position, you've got a good entry and there's no better entries. If there's a better entry that you have in mind, it's much better for your discipline and um your psychology to wait for that entry. If you miss it, you miss it, but the best entry you have in mind should always be your entries, whether they go bad or um, you know, good or bad. So this trade was
Luca,
disgraceful.
your mic is cutting off, brother.
No.
Your mic is cutting off
Okay.
on and
Hopefully,
off a little bit. It did a
hopefully
couple
that's just on
times,
your
but
end.
I think it sounds
Hopefully
okay now.
OBS picks that shit up.
Okay, yeah, I hope so.
Um,
Either way, it was only very momentary. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
no, you go, brother. But anyway,
I
I
didn't know
fuck
if
up
it
on my
was.
entries, bad risk to reward, and I miss myself a fantastic play. That's the moral of the story. What do you think, VJ? Tell me your opinions.
Uh, yeah, we talked about this a little bit. I completely agree. I would say that, like, we've been doing a lot of talking. Like, I'm sort of like burning the candle on both ends, just hustling really hard to make sure I can have as much money as possible so that I can spend as much time to trade. And things are pretty tight. And then, like, also come into terms like that in order to like lighten my load, I don't even need that much in order to like be successful. And then that tied in with the fact that like it seems that most traders tend to like do the majority of their damage to their ports or blow their entire ports like all at once. It's
Yeah.
never like they keep taking trades and then they're losing 10% of the trades at a time. It's always like they're generally profitable or break even, and then something happens to their discipline where they just chance it, and then they get fucked. Like for me, like I'll be putting up fantastic trades, even getting 100+ point trades, like 50s, 80s on AQ all the time. I go light position because I'm working on just like mastering my technique and stuff, but it still can provide me like a decent amount of money. And the thing is, like, while I'll be putting up these plays, sometimes the money I'd be walking away with was far less. I remember one of my first days, I got like 250 points. I looked at like the actual dollar amount that was like in my funded account, and it was like $100. Whereas, like, if
Mm,
you just rode one micro that whole way, you should have had like $500. But I made sort of semi leveraged mistakes, like whatever plays, let's see plays, little lotto plays, essentially, hopeful plays, maybe FOMOed in plays. And those couple mistakes would cost me a lot of the actual gains. Even if it wasn't taken away from like my point total, let's say you were going green and you're like, okay, I got this many points. And then if you get stopped out, you subtract those points. Even with taking those losses, I'd still be up like 200 points. But the
yeah.
way that I handled that, the way that I leveraged, the way that I just didn't, or like, even more recently, uh, last week, even, I had like 2 or 3 trades where I just did damage to an account, like right at the end on Friday. I think I told you that.
Yeah.
It wasn't at the end. I had like a great trading day on Friday. I tried to go light, but for some reason, for like a little bit, I just was like, and then I was like, oh, you're fucking up your discipline. This is what it is, and I just stopped. And so at least I like caught myself or whatever. But it's still like this constant game of like paying attention to yourself and then like staying very strict with your model. Like if you look at your that swing high, that swing low to the high that was made in the retracement, you know, you weren't even in the 50% of that leg, or maybe just in the 50%. And you and I would rather buy in like the optimal trade entry zone of like 62, 70.5. That would be better.
Yeah.
And if we miss the trade, we miss the trade. But if you get it, like your RR is built into your trade,
Exactly.
your stop loss is much closer. You know how much you can handle these things, and it becomes just a much more valuable trade. And like, who cares if it runs 300 points without you? It doesn't matter. We're going to miss trades when we sleep. We're going to miss trades when we're there, as long as we have the confidence to get in. And honestly, I feel like when you stay strict with those rules, you know, your confidence and your self-esteem goes higher. Like I was telling you, like I actually think, you know, people talk about confidence a lot. Confidence is related to self-esteem, but in reality, if you think about it, like self-esteem is like almost like allowing yourself to occasionally make mistakes, or you know, whatever,
Yeah.
and like it doesn't affect you because you know, hey, I'm still a good trader even if I take some losses. Like this is sort of what it is, and I am so I am so essentially um I
Like
don't know.
I was too overconfident and too, you know, emotionally all in. I think another thing that I recently learned about is an interesting statistic of 90-90-90, which means that 90% of traders lose 90% of their initial deposit within 90 days. Um,
Hmm.
and it all ties into how the market works, and it is a market for market makers and big institutional banks. So everything you might learn and all of the algorithms, like VJ said, on it manipulating your feelings, it literally is that the algorithm knows when the most people are in, their stop losses, and how to keep them in psychologically for the most reward. So this 90-90-90 statistic that I learned recently ties into how the algorithm takes advantage of your psychology and how you think during a trade process. So
Say that again. You said 90% of the
90% of retail traders lose 90% of their initial deposit within 90 days.
in 90 days.
Exactly. So yeah, I think it's very interesting.
Wow, that's
Um,
crazy.
but yeah, do your research, do a lot of psychology work, especially it's the best for especially trading shorter time frames. It's really important that you're very stoic and psychologically relevant while you trade, um, because it's um, obviously going to be very, very positive and influential for
I'll
you. Um,
I'll be honest, man. Like if we like if I stay on this psychological tip, which I'm going to, and you get on it where it's just like you just wait for your trades, and if you miss a trade, you miss them, and you know your RR, so it allows you to withstand losses, and you know that occasionally you'll just take losses in bunches, and that's just what happens. You also take wins in bunches. You know, we stay on that, the quality of the trades will go up significantly and be more consistent. And then we're gonna have to source trash trades, bro, and have to
Yeah,
find
that's
other
the thing.
people.
All sometimes I am finished for the day. I'm red, and I'm watching the market close, and an absolute A tier beautiful setup comes across the screen, like shaking its ass, waiting for you to enter, and you just miss a fantastic play and a good risk to reward, a good setup because you either use all your buying power, settle cash or whatever you have, whatever your problem is, or you're just finished trading. But the market will give you setups. It absolutely will, and it's definitely possible to be profitable. It's just whether it's up to you to trade on setups that are high probability or shitty ass setups. So
Yep.
yeah, keep an eye out on the market and try to learn as much as you can. It's very interesting
The
on how
market
we're
will
gonna
do
beat
your
it.
job. The
Exactly.
market will do its job and take your stop loss, just like Luca does.
Oh yeah. Um, and yeah, I think that's pretty much it, VJ. Should we end it there?
Yeah, let's knock it out. We knocked it out.
All right. Well, again, we're still having some difficulties, technical shit that we gotta iron out. We're gonna
It's
speak
okay.
after
It's
this.
beautiful.
But yeah, hope
It's
you
all
guys
good.
enjoyed everything, and all the trades in this episode. Please comment, like, subscribe. I don't want to be one of those YouTube people that just milk you for your subscribe button, but you do whatever you want, but interact with the
Just that.
video and share it around. Um,
Yeah. Listen. If you guys like it, just fucking
just click the button.
just
I
click
know
some
you want
buttons
to.
and stuff. You listen. No, like everyone forgets or doesn't have to. It's fine. It's fine. Like we're doing this like that. We were having fun doing this shit, and like maybe it's
Yeah,
helpful. Maybe it's like educational. Like there's definitely nothing that's like out here like people promoting their losses and shit. And we know that it's often like the stuff that people really need to see that would in the long run is the most helpful. But it's so if this is something you guys like, how the hell are we gonna know
yeah,
unless you subscribe or like some
exactly.
shit? So if you guys like the show or some shit, just let us know. Comments, whatever the fuck you want. All of it would be tight. But like, man,
Whatever you
there's
can
a
do.
lot of
Give
things I
us a
like. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
whatever.
give us an honest opinion. Yeah, we're gonna
Yeah,
end
we
it there for
appreciate
now,
it
guys.
for sure.
But yeah, if
We
you guys
love you.
like it, we'll see you guys in the next episode. All right,
Yeah, appreciate you. Thank
see you
you.
guys. Bye bye.